right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeft TV. Are you ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Texas Motor Speedway. This is TurnLeft TV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. It's the Rock and Roll 400. Very special event from StockCar Sim Racing, Texas Motor Speedway. We got a 400 miler here tonight. That's 167 laps. All these drivers are going to be driving in rock and roll themed paint schemes. It's Texas. It's the Rock and Roll 400, and it's live right here on TurnLeft TV. Well, it's the Rock and Roll 400 tonight, boys and girls. Texas Motor Speedway. Very special event here for StockCar Sim Racing and TurnLeft TV. All right, thanks for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. Right now, we are in the qualification session for the Rock and Roll 400. Tom McKeever shown as the top time here so far. Got about 5 minutes left to go in the qualifications. We'll take a look at the track here at Texas. I better turn on my sound, huh? Be a quiet race without sound. Take a look at the track here. Texas Motor Speedway, one of those cookie cutter tracks. I'm going to call this a quad oval. Every time I see two kinks in the front stretch, that is a quad oval. Banking in the turns, banking in turns 1 and 2 at 20 degrees, and 3 and 4 at 24 degrees. And 1.5 mile cookie cutter located in Fort Worth, Texas. Open up our chat here. Looks like Paulo joining us. Go, go, go. He should be out here on the track with us. That'd be awesome. So thanks for joining us, Paulo, in the chat. We have a lively audience tonight. Tonight's race is brought to you by StockCarSimRacing.com. Special events like tonight, and then regular 4 nights of the week of racing using the rFactor 2 mod or sim and the StockCar mod. Very fun. I'm hearing that there may be some a new tire package coming out here very, very soon. I know some folks are working on that very long hours and diligently to try to get that thing out for drivers and spectators alike, I should say. Look at Dan Chu driving that 25 car. Driving the Steve Miller paint scheme. Oh man, is that? That's it. Alexander Meshkov coming out. How about that, man? Got some pizza. Got his shades on and giving us the devil horns. See Alexander out. About 3 minutes left of the qualification session. Take a look at, make sure everything's working here. side-by-side view. I think that's working all right. Not getting that side-by-side view anywhere else in rFactor 2, as far as I know. I mean, I've watched a lot of different broadcasts. There may be some folks who are doing it, but I don't think, for the most part, they are. It's a while to get this thing going, but I think it adds a little bit of a different twist to it. So that appears to be working correctly. That's good. Good news. Talk a little bit about what we have coming up. We're going to have a little bit of a warm-up session here, so we got some time. Coming up on Monday, StockCar, the Stock Cars in IndyCar Brazil, NASCAR Total, the Monster Cup 2019 season will be race number 9 at Sonoma Raceway. 50-lapper there from that great road course out there in California. So things heating up there in IndyCar Brazil, NASCAR Total. And then the very next night, these guys are going to be getting in the BMWs, the Audis, and the Mercedes for the DTM Series. Race number 5, Spa. How about that, man? Francorchamps is a great track, man, and I'm excited. I've been really, really excited about this series, and I've enjoyed the racing. I love these cars, and those guys at IndyCar Brazil, NASCAR Total doing a great job throwing in some more mods and so forth. So that's coming up on Tuesday, April the 2nd, and it'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV at 9 p.m. Sure, we got a good in-car view. It's not too bad. Probably be tweaked a little bit. Can't raise the seat. All I can do is change the pitch and move it back. Move the field of view back. That's it. Yeah, Alexander, not only do they do, this is actually a little bit different twist where everybody was out on the track at the same time qualifying, but normally on Saturday nights in the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder, they'll do single car qualifying, so everybody sort of waits in the pits area. Everybody theoretically could go out at the same time, but they do it sort of old school way. You drive out, get to the end of pit road while the other person's doing the qualification lap, and then when they come in, you go out and do yours. The next person lines up on the start or the end of pit road and waits their turn. So that's really the way stock cars used to be. I think they're all going out at the same time now, so maybe they're trying to do a little, adapting to the current rules. Coming up on Wednesday, we'll be at Texas Motor Speedway with the Ironman Racing Series for race number 2 in the second season of 2019. 107 laps there from Texas in that great race series, the Ironman Racing Series. You don't want to miss it. That'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Coming up next Friday, they'll be at Texas Motor Speedway and the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series, race number 7. 2 35-lap heat races and a 70-lap feature race. If you're looking to really join in and get some great racing in right off the bat, you want to check out Friday nights, man. It's a good way to mix it up with some new drivers, some experienced drivers as well. You get big fields. 2 35-lap heat races really let you sort of get things figured out. And then 70-lap feature race to top it off. That's the points race of that night. So definitely want to check that out on Friday, April the 5th. And April the 6th, the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder will be back to Texas. 167 laps for race number 7. Racing starts at 9:30 Eastern Time. Todd Robillard there wishing everybody good luck tonight, and he's racing in this race tonight too as well. Oh man, look who just showed up. We've got the cat dragged in. Mike Schreiner. He's going to have to pick his favorite rock and roll band here to finish who wins this or figures this out. Here we go. I think we're ready to go. Uh-oh, we skipped warm-up. I think they're backing it up. Man, that scared the living daylights out of me. Kiss, all right. Mike Schreiner says he's rooting for the Kiss car. I'm not sure anybody's driving the Kiss car here. That's here. Where's Gary Madu? That's the car he should be in. I want to thank everybody for joining me here on the YouTube channel. It just means the world to me that people come out and watch these races, watch these videos that I put out, and that people have subscribed to my channel. I just can't believe it. It's been a couple years now since I've started doing this. It was always my, kind of a side dream here with sim racing to try to do some broadcasting, and started throwing them up on YouTube, and it just exploded, man. Greatly appreciate all of the support. If you like what you see, please hit the thumbs up in the video. And if you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. You can also share any of these videos with your friends through Facebook or Twitter, whatever your social media appetite would support. So I'm trying to find the words there. If you also would like to donate, you can donate by clicking on the button up in the banner of the channel and send a donation through PayPal. But whatever the case may be, I just appreciate you coming out and watching the races. Never want to take that lightly. It's feel great about that. And so a lot of work that goes into this, but there's a lot of reward as well. And this is not one of the rewards. This guy right here, this ugly dude. Hey, thanks so much again for coming out tonight. We've got 13 drivers here. So I'm not sure, man. Texas is a tough, kind of a tricky track. We're going to have 2 stages, or actually 3 stages, 2 short stages and then a longer stage there, just like they do in the real deal. So we'll see how that goes. So there'll be some planned cautions there. And then I think I'm going to throw my cards in, or my chips on Ed Palumbo tonight to win this race. That's who I'm picking. So he always seems to have a good showing here at Texas. So that's who I am personally going to be picking to win the race tonight, and be kind of curious to, interesting to see what some of the rest of you. Oh, he said Mike Schreiner said that Gary Madu fell asleep on his couch probably. That's too bad, man. Gary is a very fun driver to watch race, man. That guy is balls out all the time. He's always on 10. And since we're talking about Spinal Tap, earlier today, Todd Robillard was talking about Spinal Tap. These go to 11. Those of you who remember that movie, you'll understand that reference there. So Gary Nadeau probably is on 11, not just 10. Looks like this is Tom McKeever here, I believe. Nope, this isn't Tom McKeever. Who is this? See these paint schemes? Josh Orr driving the Alice Cooper paint scheme. It's the #1 car. It's going to be a little bit hard for me to figure out who the heck these guys are if they're not in their normal paint schemes. This is Lauren Stoppleworth, and that looks like a Doors paint scheme. For a 37 car. Definitely going to have to use the car tag here tonight. We've got about 5 minutes left here in the warm-up session. I'm getting the word that they're going to go with 5 minutes left to go on the clock. Now Lauren Stoppleworth here. Look at this. Steve Miller paint scheme. Try to get that again. Here we go. Oh boy! Oh man! The Gangster of Love spinning around. Now Mike Schreiner is throwing his chips down on Phil Stocks. That's a good pick. He does seem to do very, very well in these special event races, so that's a very, very smart pick, I think. Take a look at Jim Barasoff. This is the Doors car here. A little tough exit track to try to get down onto pit lane, so you got a change in the banking there, and you're carrying a fair bit of speed. These cars are already loose, so easy place to spin out. Don't forget, coming up on Monday, we will be at Sonoma Raceway with the Monster Cup 2019 season. IndyCar Brazil, NASCAR Total, Stock Car racing season. Race number 9 there, 50-lapper from Sonoma. Should be a great one. Live right here on Monday, April the 1st at 9 p.m. Don't want to miss that one. My buddy JJ, Jair Oliveira, is running in the 17 car. ACDC sponsor number 17 car. Kevin Wegman here joining us tonight. He's running that 43 car, the Wasp car. Oh my gosh, I asked for that paint scheme to get put in there. Awesome, man. Good to see somebody is jumping on board with the Wasp paint scheme. That is fantastic. Digging that. If I didn't get a copyright violation, I wouldn't get a copyright violation. I'd be playing some of those tunes, various artists and so forth, but don't want to get flagged for copyright infringement. Maybe I can just sing them. What do you think? You think I should just every artist that comes up, everybody has a paint scheme out here for the artist. I'll just try singing a little bit of one of their songs. Might as well run everybody up. That's when you would definitely have to hit the mute button. Hey now, hey, all caps, really? Could have just said no. You didn't have to do all caps and then, yeah, 15 O's, bro. Todd Robillard with the CZ top. Shark dress man, right? I got Tony Reiner here. I'm not even, what's that? What paint scheme's that? Still haven't figured it out. Black Sabbath. Oh, yes. Digging Black Sabbath. All right, we got about 20 seconds left, and we're going to go get the command to start the engine. Looks like we're waiting on a driver here, so we'll give her a little bit. Hey, Cole Morgan joining us here in the chat as well. Cole, you should be out here. Mike Schreiner should be out here as well. Alexander Meshkov should be out here as well. But that's all right. I will take you showing up in the chat session. Watch these races. Take a look and see what car Dan Chu is in. Dan Chu's in the Steve Miller car. Yeah, I thought Jim Barasoff was in that. What kind of car you think, which paint scheme do you think Jim Barasoff will be running? What do you think? Like a Captain and Tennille one or something? I'm just kidding, Jim. How about this? Jimi Hendrix. If I had one artist and said, hey, you know, you can only pick one artist to listen to the rest of your life and dig on, it would be Jimi Hendrix. Jim Barasoff's doing the CCR car. Alrighty, let's go check it out. Oh, he is. No, he's not. Is that him? Jim Barasoff is in the Doors car. And who is in the CCR car? Huh? In that car. John Stanley is in the CCR car. It's going to be a pain for me to try to figure out who in the heck is in the car. We need to improve those tags, man. I want a realistic tag above the driver when we do that, kind of like what they do in the Real Deal. I want a realistic driver readout too, not just this black jobby that we got down here. All those things need to be spruced up. Looks like we're waiting on a driver here to get hooked up. Yeah, they're doing a little bit of restart, waiting on one driver here who's having some internet issues. Hey, coming up on Wednesday, we'll be at Texas Motor Speedway with the Ironman Racing Series. Race number 2 in the 2019 Season B, second season of 2019. 107 laps from Texas. That'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV, the Ironman Racing Series, April 4th on Wednesday. So a little bit of a holding pattern here. One of the guys coming in. Well, on Friday night, we'll be at Texas Motor Speedway in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Series, race number 7. 2019 spring season. 235 lap heat races and a 70 lap feature race. Texas in the Bushwhackers Series. So 2 heat races, really good series here to get started in rFactor 2 and stock cars if you're looking to get into that. Definitely a good one to join in. All right, it is that time. So the Rock and Roll 400.
Drivers, start your engines!
All right, qualifying on the pole is the 34 of Stuart Forgy. In the second position is the 27 of Todd Robillard. Starting in third is the 22 of Lawrence Stoppelworth. In the fourth position is the 37 of Jim Barasoff. Phil Stocks in the 3 starts in the 5th position. Tom McKeever in the 6th car starts in the 6th position. In 7th is the 17 of Jair Oliveira. Starting in the 8th position is the 41 of Tony Reiner. Starting in the 9th position is the 2 of Ed Palumbo. 25 of Dan Chu starts in 10th. John Stanley in the 38 car starts in the 11th position. Josh Orr in the 1 car starts in the 12th position. Kevin Wegman in the, what car number is that? I can't see it. It's the shaded out car. Oh, 43, there it is. In the 12th position. Kevin Wegman in 13th in the 16 car. Actually, that was Kevin Wegman. Man, I'm a hot mess. Hot mess. All right, man. It's the Rock and Roll 400, boys and girls. We're about ready to get it on.
Green flag, go, go, go!
Biggity, biggity, biggity! Let's go racing Texas style, boys!
All right, Stuart Forgy on the pole here. Leading that first lap, 34 car. Got Todd Robillard up high.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a hard yellow flag here. Big yellow flag. Big time damage. These guys going to do a restart here for the wreck. All right, looks like a little bit of a restart here, so.
Attention grid, will not.
Not a good way to start off the Rock and Roll 400, is it? Well, I think we've already done driver introductions, so we know who everybody is. We'll just have to roll with it. $14 drivers here. Don't forget, this is 167 laps. We got 2 short segments and a longer segment. $267. Stuart 40 down the inside line here. Todd Robillard up high. Lauren Stoppelworth is third. Jim Barasoff fourth. Don't forget, tonight's race is brought to you by StockCarSimRacing.com. We'll do some stock car racing in rFactor 2. You can do it right here. 4 nights of the week. Maybe even 5. I keep saying that. I think they might have a 5th night coming up. So, long race here. Time to get settled in, and can't win it on the first lap. Or do they say you can't win it on the first lap, but you sure can lose it on the first lap. So, that is true. Right, Stuart Forgy, 34 here, leading the field, take the green flag.
Green flag, go, go, go.
The setup is really loose here on cold tires. So these guys got to be very, very careful here. Just be patient, let things sort of work, let these tires work in a little bit. Here with Stuart Forgy lead the field here. You see Todd Robillard, Lauren Stoppelworth battling for position just behind. In the second spot, Todd Robillard up on the high line there has a little bit of a battle on his hands right now with Lauren Stoppelworth. Bill Stocks and Lauren Stoppelworth battling for position on board here with Bill Stocks entering turn 1. He's running in 4th right now, running behind that, who is that, the Eagles? The Eagles paint scheme, Lauren Stoppelworth. Barasoff running it back in the 5th position in that 37 car, that Doors sponsored paint scheme. File right now here with Tom McKeever running in the 6th position, driving in that Rush car. He's got a little bit of a battle in his hands right now with the 7th place car, Tony Reiner. Oh man, I'll tell you what, Todd Robillard here is starting to look like he wanted to get around 35 car, but had and drop back into position there in 2nd place.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow flag here. Oh, Todd Robillard looks like he's coming around. Oh, hard lick for the 27 car. My gosh. 27 car hard into the wall there. We have our first caution flag. Stuart Forgy is the race leader here. Let's see what happened here. This is the 27. Oh man, the thing just got loose and it snapped back around on him. My heavens, man. And hard in that inside wall. That's a ton of damage there. Take a look at this again. Getting blocked out by the RVs. Oh man, that thing looked like it was on ice right there. Wow. Not seen a car coming around like that in a long time. We're going to go on board here with Todd Robillard. Watch this, man. Watch him work this wheel here. He's just going to go. He's trying to catch it right there. Then all of a sudden, grip. Ooh. He's all right there until he gets down to the inside wall. My gosh. He's okay. Got his bell rung there, that's for sure. Wow, that hurt. That one hurt. So the 27 car, looked like everybody got through that already, or okay. It's Bill Stocks' view as he's trying to get by. Watch this. This is Lauren Stopworth's view. You see that car just coming around and oh, sliding out there. Oh, whew, man. Hard lick right there. Watch this, you can see this car just coming around right there, and he's trying to hang on to this thing, and then it ends up snapping back on him right here, and Lauren Stopworth's thinking, oh my gosh. And then things get worse right there as he heads into that inside wall. What a tough break for the 27 car.
Road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
So there's no pit rule or no tire rule or anything like this in this series. So these guys will be able to come in and get tires every single time if they choose to do so. And we are seeing some guys coming down pit lane here. So guys definitely coming down pit lane. It looks like the 35 has elected to stay out now. I don't know whether he's going to come in that second time around. I think I would have pitted. Take a look at John Stanley here in that Creedence Clearwater Revival car. That's going back a few days there, isn't it? Take a look at the Todd Robillard there in the 27, taking some service in that ZZ Top sponsor machine. The left side damage on that car. Coming up on Tuesday, April the 2nd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, live right here on TurnLeft TV. We have the DTM 2019 Series Season Race number 5 from Spa. I love this course, man. Just a great, great track. And a really good one in these DTM cars, too. I was out driving around the track and taking some screenshots and so forth. And really took to, I mean, I love the track anyway, but throwing these DTM cars on it, it was just a really fun track to drive. I'd only been on it in the GT3 cars. But that's coming up on Tuesday. It'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV. Boys and girls. coming up on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, right here live on TurnLeft TV. Sonoma Raceway with the Monster Cup 2019 Series. Season race number 9. 50-lapper from Sonoma. Haven't been on that track in a while. I mean, I was on it personally doing some screenshots, and I think these guys have their work cut out for them in stock cars in Sonoma. Hopefully they got a good setup under their belt. It's a fixed setup race. Of course, that'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV with NASCAR, Total, IndyCar, Brazil. Sonoma's one of those tracks, man. You got it's a road course, of course, but it's got a lot of twists and turns. But some of those turns are turning while you're changing in elevation too, and it does make it for a very challenging bit of racing here. So it looks like the 34 car has elected to stay out here, so it's going to be on a little bit older tires, and I am kind of curious to see how this is going to work out for Stuart Forgy. Right, so the 34 car did not pit. 37, Jim Bearsoff up on the outside line. Tony Reiner in the 41 is in third. The 25 car, Dan Chu up to the 4th position. Phil Stocks in 5th. Josh Orr is 6th. Right, going green this time by here. Across the start-finish line. We'll start lap 11. 34 car down to the inside line. Stuart Forgy.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Led the whole way here so far. On a little bit older tires here, so kind of curious to see how this is going to shake out for him, as these guys are on fresher tires. See the 41 there, Tony Reiner getting by Jim Bearsoff, now up to the 2nd position. Reiner looks like he's trying to go for the lead there. Working that outside line, not going to work right now. It doesn't look like the 34 car holds on to that position. 41, Tony Reiner in 2nd. We got a battle here for the 3rd spot. This is the 3, Phil Stocks and Jim Bearsoff in that 37 fighting for position. Phil Stocks in that Eric Clapton sponsored machine. Getting by now, Jim Bearsoff. Back to 4th. Tony Reiner here looking like he wants to take the lead here through the tri-oval area, and then, oh man, a pinch right there, a little bit of pinch. 34 to 41. Man, that was lucky right there. I thought there might be a wreck. This might not be over either. 34 and the 41 battling for position. That 41 car now takes a race lead. Tony Reiner and Black Sabbath sponsor machine. Our new race leader. Take a look at Stuart Forgy now back to the 4th position. Just behind him is Tom McKeever, that Rush sponsor machine. Oh, you hear him get out of the gas there as they enter the tri-oval. Had a good run there on Jim Bearsoff, but backed off. Excuse me, on Stuart Forgy, but backed off. Now Stuart Forgy again did not pit, so he's on older tires. McKeever here moving up to the high side. Here right now, Phil Stocks is the car to watch here at this 3. He is now challenging for the race lead. On board here with Phil Stocks as he's running behind the race leader. Good battle there shaping up. Going board, going side by side here. Look at Lauren Stoppleworth in the 6th place car. Just behind him is Josh Orr in 7th. On board here with Tom McKeever in that top frame there. That's Phil Stocks, sorry about that. On board with Phil Stocks. Running behind Tony Reiner. Tony Reiner continuing to lead here on lap 18. You see that thing starting to get a little slick there. Tony Reiner starting to get a little swirly. Tom McKeever here, or this is actually Kevin Wegman, I believe, getting around 17 cars right here, Oliveira, 4th position. 43, Wasp sponsoring Penske. Lord Stoppleworth here trying to make a pass on the 34 car. Right behind Tom McKeever, down on that low side at 22. Stoppleworth getting around Stuart Forgy, and man, we've got a wad of cars right here. Josh Orr, Dan Chu back there as well. Stuart Forgy, you see those older tires starting to give up on him a little bit. We've got a yellow flag here. We've got a yellow flag. Todd Robillard here off pace, may be involved in this. He's having a tough night here. So, 2nd caution flag. Good to see what happened here. 34 here, looks like he crosses over. Oh man, the 34 comes down and smacks that 27 car. Man. That was, so it looked like the Stuart Forgy driven machine comes down and gets into Todd Robillard and sends him spinning. Go on board here with Ed Palumbo. Watch this. Oh man! Todd there spinning through the grass, coming back out on track. Good news is that nobody else got involved then. I think he may have hit the wall just a little bit, but I think he might be okay though. This is a little bit after the fact there as Terry Kellegrew gets by. Slow-mo here, and you see the 34 car there just comes down and gets into Todd Robillard right there, and then Todd's, this is the danger zone right here, spinning back up into the tractor a little bit. Fortunately, but he's sort of track aware and gets through that okay. So Tony Reiner in the 41 car is our race leader. Phil Stocks 2nd, Jim Bearsoft 3rd, Tom McKeever 4th, Warren Stoppleworth shown in the 5th position. Josh Orr is 6th. Submit to you, these guys are going to be making pit stops here pretty soon. I just think the decision to stay out and not pit your car there is was probably not one that I would have decided to do.
Pit road will be open this time for lap cars.
Oh, man. Thank you so much, Mike, for coming out and also doing that work behind the scenes, doing all the stuff that you do to make this sim even better. So I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon, but thanks so much. Yeah, I know Stewart probably should have come in a pit, that's for sure. I think hindsight's 20/20 in that case, but Dan Chu's now our race leader, and I would suggest to you that Dan's probably going to need to pit that car, get some tires on it. But hey, maybe you can get some of those new tires that you're working on, Mike. Again, thanks for coming out. Appreciate all your work, and have a good evening. Yeah, I have no problem talking. 25, Dan Chu, the race leader. John Stanley just behind him. Kevin Wegman shown in third. Jair Oliveira is fourth.
Pit road will be open this time.
So it looks like 25 car has come down pit lane here. So Dan Chu taking some tires. That's going to give the race lead to John Stanley. I want to say the 12 car, but I know he's not in the 12 car. He's in the CCR machine. Fly around and look at that. Don Kelligrew doing all these paint schemes. I think maybe Mike Hebb had a little bit of a hand in there, but Don does a great job. So that was Mike Hebb, and they probably have Hebb designs on it, but great job, man. That's a good looking paint scheme there. John Fogarty on the door to CCR. He even did the driver's suit. Look at that. It's hard to get my camera just the right spot. There we go. You can always get in the car. Have a good look. And keep your hands on the wheel. As you come down pit lane.
It'll be one to go this time.
One to go, and that will bring Tony Reiner back to the race lead. 41 car. I believe he's in the 41. Jim Bearsoff in the second place car, 37 up high there. That Doors sponsor machine. You see Phil Stocks in third down on the low line. Tom McKeever in fourth. Josh Orr is fifth. Ed Palumbo sixth. I want to thank you for coming out to the YouTube channel and joining in, watching the races and all your support. This is Turn Left TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson. We have the Rock and Roll 400 here tonight. 26 laps in. Scheduled to go 267. Man, we got a wow. You sure we're not going to be able to stop for a potty break or something? Kind of tried that last year, I believe. Didn't work. All right, Tony Reiner on the inside line here will lead the field to take the green flag.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. This is where things can get a little dicey as guys are on bunched up again. Jim Bereshoff there sliding down low, trying to get through, and does not pull off that pass. There's Tommy Keever up on the outside line. Josh Orr down on that low line. Side by side, entering the turn. Tommy Keever up high. Josh Orr does pull off that pass in the one car, so he is in fourth. Tommy Keever is fifth. Take a look at Josh Orr, man. I'll tell you what, this car is fast. Alice Cooper. Sponsored one. All over the back of Phil Stocks right now. Take a look at that. Terry Kelliger here running in the 11th position. 16. Is that Bob Seeger? Looks like Bob Seeger, maybe. I'm not sure who that is. Who is that? Yeah, Bob Seeger. There we go. Start closing in on Stuart Forgy there for the 10th position. Forky here starting to challenge that 25 car of Dan Chu for the 9th spot. Tell you what, man, this battle right here between the 3 and the 1, Phil Stocks and Josh Orr. This is for the 3rd position. Phil Stocks in 3rd, Josh Orr in the 4th position right now. On board here with Todd Robillard as he's trying to make a pass here on Ed Palumbo, and he does. Todd Robillard moves up to the 6th position. And Stuart Forgy battling for position. Stuart Forgy down on that low line there, trying to get by. Dan Chu staying up on the high line there, using a little bit of a trap here to hold on to that spot. Todd Robillard here has just gotten by Ed Palumbo, now working on the low line, trying to get by Tom McKeever, and he does. So the 27th car moving forward. And back of Todd Robillard's machine, some of that passing that's going on back there. Owen Stopworth, Ed Palumbo, Tom McKeever all battling for position. Well, I mean, Tom McKeever's got a handful right now. That 6 car. Dan Chu on that bottom line. I'm not sure what's going on with Tom McKeever's car. He's falling there. He's falling back there a little bit. Maybe just trying to save his stuff as the 25 car down on that low line here, fighting him for position. 25 is Dan Chu, Steve Miller sponsored Dodge. Phil Stocks and Josh Orr here side by side, battling for position. Phil Stocks down on the low line, then Eric Clapton sponsored machine. Josh Orr is in 4th. Tucks back in the 4th position. Stuart Forgy there getting by Tom McKeever. Tom McKeever there. I think he is liking what he's got here as far as setup is concerned, indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. Watching this 6 car here, I think he's going to be coming down pit lane here. now battling that CCR sponsored machine, John Stanley. Man, we see a gaggle of cars right there. You see cars starting to peel off here to think about making a pit stop here. One of those is Tom and Heath. So the 6 car here on pit lane. John Stanley here working on Lawrence Stoppelward, taking over that spot. So John Stanley moving that car forward now up to 9th. Phil Stocks here working on Tony Reiner now in that 3 car. Tony Reiner in the 41 up high as Phil Stocks makes that pass, and Josh Moore going to follow it through. Josh Moore down on that low line in that 1 car, battling Tony Reiner. Tell you what, man, Josh Moore and Phil Stocks have been running here together for a little while, so they've got pretty equal cars. At least early in this run, I'd say that halfway through this run, that's probably the best way to describe that. So the 3, the 1, and then our race leader, Jim Barasoff. Terry Kelliger is starting to move that car forward. He is now moving in on the 5th position, and he gets by Tony Reiner. Dan Chu following him through, now up to the 6th spot is Tony Reiner back to 7th. We got a battle here for the race lead. Phil Stocks on that low line there in the 3. As he gets by the 37 car, now takes the race lead. Joshua there throwing that car down to the low line to see if he can't get something working on the low line. He is in 4th. And I'll tell you what, man, Tom McKeever, he is on a mission right now. Of course, he has pitted that car, so. Tom McKeever here made a pit stop. He's in 14th, but he's on a mission. Where'd he come from? Oh, I know, he came off pit lane. Phil Stocks is the race leader here. John Stanley battling with the 41 of Tony Reiner. You see Tony Reiner up on the high line. And John Stanley in this CCR sponsored machine number 38. Stuart Gordy also going to follow him through that Elvis sponsored machine. That's Elvis, isn't it? Isn't that Elvis? Somebody's driving an Elvis car out here. That's it. Stuart Forgy is. You look at Jair Oliveira as he's closing in on 11th and 12th by Kevin Wegman, and then now sets his sights on Tony Reiner and does pull off that pass there. So Jair Oliveira now up to the 11th position. Looking for 22 here, Lawrence Stoppelward. Right now running in 7th. Maybe he might have made some contact with the wall. Phil Stocks the race leader here in this 3-car. I'll tell you what, Mike Schreiner said, hey, this is the guy I'm throwing my chips on. And might be a good call there. He is pulled out to the race lead, followed by Josh Orr. Todd Robillard is in third. Take a look at Todd here. Now, good news for him, really considering that he had all sorts of damage on that first caution flag. Then came around on him and had a lot of left side damage, hitting that inside wall. But has that car taken care of and back out in the third position. Look at Dan Chu here. His 25 car making a pass on Jim Barasoff. Jim Barasoff here having a little bit of a tricky handling going on right now. He has dropped a few positions here as of late. He's back to the 6th spot now. Dan Chu makes that pass. We're battling here. Jair Oliveira and Stuart Forgey battling for position. ACDC sponsor number 17. Jair Oliveira up to 10th. Don't forget to join us on Monday, live, right here on TurnLeft TV. Sonoma Raceway, the Monster Cup 2019 Series season. NASCAR Total's, IndyCar Brazil's stock car season, so I got a little tongue twisted there. Race number 9, 50 lapper from Sonoma. That'll be live. And then the very next night, we'll get the DTM cars out at Spa for race number 5 in that championship, that DTM 2019 season. IndyCar Brazil, NASCAR Total, live right here on Monday and Tuesday on TurnLeft TV. We'll be doing some turning left and right both those nights. Bill Stocks out to about a second lead over Todd Robillard, who's made that pass on Josh Orr. We'll take a look at this pass. He's up on that high line there. Josh Orr down low. The 27 car. Repairs done to that machine. That car seems to be working all right for him, so maybe helped it out. Get this open setups here so you can make some adjustments along the way. Out of the back of Todd Robillard's machine. Terry Kelladrew, who has moved that car up, man. He is running in the third position now, vying to take over second, and this is actually a little bit later. And it does look like the, well, we said it was Bob Seeger's sponsored machine. Take over that spot, so now up to the second position is Terry Kelladrew. Look at this, Ed Palumbo. Running in the, was in 7th, now just took over the 6th spot, got around Jim Barasoff there. That Jimmy Hendrickson sponsored machine. So the guy we want to watch right now, I think, is Terry Kelladrew, as this car is starting to close in on the race leader, Phil Stocks. Look at this, man. Battle for the race lead. Terry Kelladrew, Phil Stocks through the tri-oval, the quad oval, the kinks, whatever you want to call them, into turn 1. our first competition caution coming up. Competition caution here coming up. So pit road's closed here. Racing back to the line. Terry Kelligrew going to cross the start-finish line there to get the competition caution.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
So a yellow flag here. So our first competition caution flag. Terry Kelligrew, the winner of segment number 1. Phil Stocks second, Todd Robillard third, Josh Orr fourth, Ed Palumbo is fifth, Dan Chu is sixth. It's going to give me a chance to make a pit stop of my own, so I'll be back in just a minute.
Pit road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
All right, looks like we're back. All right, looks like Terry Kelligrew is pitting. Phil Stocks just behind. Todd Robillard in the third position. Terry Kelligrew pulling that car into the pits there. To get an idea of what these are. I wish they had animated pit crews. That'd be great. Run around your car like the old days. Got a good camera angle there. Get the drunk guy in the infield. So competition caution here. Terry Kelligrew is the winner of segment number 1. Take a look at the Jair Oliveira here in the 17 car.
Pit road will be open this time.
Don't forget, coming up on Wednesday, we'll be at Texas Motor Speedway with the Ironman Racing Series. That's StockCar Sim Racing's premier series right now. 107 laps from Texas. It's race number 2 in that brand new season, second season of 2019. It'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV on Wednesday, April the 4th. 107 laps from Texas in the Ironman Racing Series. Coming up on Friday, it's got a big bunch of Texas races coming up. It just seems like, I wonder why. Is NASCAR at Texas? The High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series will be in action at Texas on Friday, April the 5th. Race number 7, 2 35-lap heat races and a 70-lap feature race in the Bushwhacker Series. So that's always a fun one to watch and broadcast, race in. I do that on occasion as well. A lot of a good mix of aggressiveness and get up on the wheel, get going. Some new drivers, some old drivers scrapping it out. So definitely one you want to check out is the Bushwhacker Series. You see 17, Jair Oliveira coming down pit lane. That will hand over the lead to the 1 car of Josh Orr, who says, I think I want to take the inside line. I think that's what that meant. Oh, hey, look at this. Tyler Robillard. Todd Robillard's biggest fan. Out to cheer on his dad tonight. Said Dad was complaining about a loose condition. I think everybody's loose at this track. And it seems like that's just Texas, really. Definitely a loose race car. But thanks so much for coming out tonight, Tyler. Good to see you on the in the chat. Out here to cheer your dad on. So we've had 2 caution flags and then a competition caution. So technically 3 caution flags, but this one was a planned one. So we're getting to 1 to go here. Time to get up on the wheel. So the caution lights are out on the pace car. On board here with Josh Orr as he controls this restart here.
Flag, go, go, go.
Here we go. And Palumbo giving him a little bit of a shove. Stocks there as well. Ooh, man, he might have touched the apron there a little bit. Got that car out of whack. Got a heck of a battle behind. Had Palumbo taking over that 2nd spot. Bill Stocks back to 3rd. Now the back of Bill Stocks' machine and Dan Chu, and that's Steve Miller's sponsored Dodge. Terry Kelligrew there as well. Terry has shown a lot of muscle, man. He worked through the field, started there in the back, and then worked his way up through the field, and now shown in the 5th position. behind him is Todd Robillard in that CZ Top sponsored machine. So I think the rest of the broadcast, we're going to do this. Not only are we going to broadcast the race, we're also going to talk about what our favorite song was for each artist. How about that? That saves me from singing it. Look who's in the race lead. It's Ed Palumbo. Let's watch this pass. He goes down to that low side there. Josh Orr has bobbled a little bit on the restart. Seemed to gather things back up, but this two car now to the race front. So we might as well start it off with Jimi Hendrix. What would be my favorite song from Jimi Hendrix? Pretty obscure one, and it would be Pally Gap, P-A-L-I-G-A-P. Can't find it. Well, you can find a bunch of remakes on YouTube, but you can't find the original deal because they're pretty strict on the copyright thing. But nonetheless, that's a already experience would be a good one as well. But I'm going to go with Pally Gap. Okay, there's that one. The Doors. Oh, man. People Are Strange. That's my favorite song by The Doors. This is Jim Bearsock running in the 7th position. Take a look at the Jair Oliveira. Dirty Deeds would be my favorite song from AC/DC. Not a question about it, man. Love that song. Whole Lot of Roses is pretty good too. Right now, Jair running in the 8th position. Now moving up to 7th. He gets by Jim Bearsock. We'll watch this a little bit later in the run here. He's working on this high line. Oh my gosh. Hard lick right there for Jair Oliveira. Man, that thing got swirly on it and went straight into the wall. Look at this gaggle of cars we've got going on here. Phil Stocks, Josh Orr, Ed Palumbo. 25, Dan Chu as well. Phil Stocks moving that car back forward. He is now vying for the race lead. Phil Stocks down on the inside line here. Trying to get by Ed Palumbo, and he does. So Phil Stocks in the 3 car back to the front. Dan Chu down on the inside here following Phil Stocks as he makes that pass. Dan Chu in 3rd. Oh yeah, I hear my train a-coming by Hendrix. Yeah, definitely. Can't go wrong with that one, man. I love Jimi Hendrix. He's awesome. Steve Miller. Space, what is that? Gangster of Love. Fine car, Dan Chu. Down on that inside line. Steve Miller paint scheme looking for the 2nd position and is going to take it. Tell you what, man. He's looking at this pass again here. Guys searching for a line here, searching for a spot, trying to find all the grip they can. I mean, this thing's just loose, just crazy loose right now. Terry Kelligrew working on the back of Ed Palumbo now as well. So Terry Kelligrew going to go by, moving that car forward. You see him really working that wheel as he comes through the turn. Uh-oh. 25 car, Dan Chu. Moving to the race lead. The Gangster of Love. The Space Cowboy. Maurice. 25, Dan Chu in that Steve Miller sponsored scheme. To the race lead, Phil Stocks. Eric Clapton sponsored machine. Man, it's hard for me to choose a Clapton song that I think would be my favorite one. I'm going to have to go back to cream on that one. I go going down to Crossroads. Love that song. I didn't realize how much pressure this was. Jim Beresoff here in the 37 car working on that too. The Doors sponsored machine. John Stanley there also working on the low side of Ed Palumbo, so John Stanley not able to pull off that pass. And he's really getting that car up high, almost into the wall. Is that CCR sponsored machine. 38, John Stanley, and looks like he's going to give up a position here. So Stuart Forgy there gets by. Todd Robillard here working on the low line as well. So easy top sponsor machine. Todd Robillard moving forward here as John Stanley moves back to the 10th spot. Missing that Lawrence Stopwood pass there as he's getting ready to make that pass. We'll take a look at this. Lawrence Stopwood here in the 22 car. That Eagles sponsored machine. Getting by John Stanley. Take a look at Todd Robillard here up on the high line. Working on Stuart Forgy in that Elvis sponsored machine. Take a look at out the back of Todd Robillard's machine. You see Stuart Forgy there on the low line. Lawrence Stopwood up on the high line there. Stuart Forgy starting to give up a little bit of positions here later in the run. Lawrence Stopwood just got by. Look at Ed Palumbo here, who has sort of gathered things back up. He's running in the 7th position. Our race leader is the 25, Dan Chu. Good battle there, Jair Oliveira battling for position with Jim Beresoff, and Jair right now in 6th, having a battle on his hands here with Jim Beresoff, who has taken over that spot. Jair's now back to 6th, and now Ed Palumbo here working on the 17 car, looking on that low side as we watch our race leader. Jair Oliveira now back to the 7th position, and I tell you what, man, he can't relax there because he's got Todd Robillard coming as well. So the 17 car here starting to fight a little bit to hang on to this machine. Oh man, almost right there. You see, he got a little squirrely. And Todd Robillard, good track awareness right there. Man, Jair Oliveira right now having in a bit of a hornet's nest here as Lawrence Stopworth going by on the low side. And some more passing here as see Tony Reiner going by. Tony Reiner in that 41 car. Got that car up front early on, but now is running in the 9th position. Dan Chu continuing to lead the field, but these guys are starting to reel him back in just a little bit. Bill Stocks, Terry Belleroux, Josh Orr round out the top 4. Jim Beresoff is 5th. Look at this, Lawrence Stopworth and Ed Palumbo battling for position as well. We're 90 laps into the rock and roll 400. Our race leader is Dan Chu. Tony Reiner here closing in on Ed Palumbo. So the 9th place car, Tony Reiner, closing in on our 8th spot. Oh man, all over the back of this 2 car right now is the 41. Tony Reiner taking over that spot now, up to 8th. Beresov here coming down pit lane. So he and Jair Oliveira both on pit lane. Look at Ed Palumbo here trying to go back by on the low side to get back around Tony Reiner, and he does. So the 2 car back around to take over the 7th position. Terry Kelligrew here catching our race leader here, going for the race lead. Terry Kelligrew down on the low line there, trying to make a pass on Dan Chu, and now he pulls it off, and Dan Chu now back to the 2nd position. As Terry Kelligrew is our new race leader. Look at this battle here, the 3 of Phil Stocks and Josh Orr battling for position. Josh Orr takes over the 3rd position. Phil Stocks back to 4th. So the 3 car here, Phil Stocks back to the 4th spot. Look at this, Josh Orr moving that car forward now, moving for the 2nd position. Gets around Dan Chu. This car seems to be the Terry Kelligrew machine, and also Josh Orr late in the run seemed to be really, really strong. And Palumbo here running in the 7th position. Now we're getting some word that some guys are coming on pit lane here. Dan Chu on pit lane, that 25 car, so felt like that probably needed to come in a little bit earlier here and get some service done on this machine. It just did not like falling back there, but led a few laps. So our new race leader, of course, is the 16, Terry Kelligrew. Josh Orr all over the back of him right now. Look at Terry Kelligrew in that Bob Seger sponsored paint scheme and driver suit. Josh Orr starting to work on the back of this car, man. I'll tell you what, these are a close battle here. About 16 camera angles there that I don't want to worry about. I'm going to weed through them. Little pass there for the race lead. Why I'm still looking at that, I have no idea. Just hit the wrong button. Here we go. This is the one I wanted to watch. Todd Robillard taking over the 3rd position. Getting around Phil Stocks. Phil Stocks in that 3 car back to 4th. As Todd Robillard moves up to 3rd. Tom McKeever here working his way back in the front, man. I just thought that early on in the race, you know, he started moving forward and then fell back like a rock, man. I just really don't think that he was too satisfied with the setup that he had right out of the box. So hopefully he's going to be able to, or he's been able to make some changes here, get this car a little bit better. One of the best drivers out there, really at changing his strategy as the race dictates. So Tom McKeever now up to the 6th position. Tony Reiner is back to 7th. So our race leader is Terry Kelligrew. John Stanley here making a pit stop here on lap 102. Terry Kelligrew, the race leader, but has not been able to run away, been able to shake Josh Orr. Josh Orr right there, keeping him honest. Don't forget, Terry Kelligrew won segment number 1 and appears to be on his pace as you see John Stanley coming back off of pit lane. On pace to maybe win segment 2. Got a little while to go. Battle here, Tony Reiner with Tom McKeever. Tony Reiner getting by on the low side there as Tom McKeever back to the 7th position. So Tony Reiner moving up to 6th through the grass. Throwing some soil up on the track. You see now some of those guys that made pit stops there. John Stanley down on that lower line there going by Tony Reiner. That is not for position. Reiner has got the 6th position tightened up here right now. Kevin Wegman indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane here. Our 8th place car, Kevin Wegman, number 43, coming down pit lane here on lap 106. So interesting to see the different pit strategies for these guys. Some of them pitting a little bit earlier, some of them hanging out a little while, and we've got some more guys who still have not made a pit stop yet. Kevin Wegman pitting that machine. Tell you what, man, Terry Kelligrew has not been able to shake Josh Orr. Josh Orr is right there, running in the 2nd position. So good battle here. Now we're going to get some lap traffic here coming through. Guys have sort of already made pit stops here. Going to be making moves through. Boy, oh my God, a little rubbing right there. A little rubbing. A little rubbing right there with the lap car. Jim Beresov sliding up and getting into our race leader, Terry Kelligrew. That'll definitely throw off your rhythm here. Almost disaster there for our race leader as Jim Beresov slid up the track there and rubbed a little paint off. Rubbed the little doors off on Bob Seeger. Now that's a mix I wouldn't have thought of, but Bob Seeger, man, he just fell off the face of the earth, didn't he? He's all 80s. The battle for the race lead here. Terry Kelligrew down on the inside line. And Josh Orr up on the outside line, battling for position. Josh Orr looks like he has him cleared there and pulls off that pass. So Josh Orr to the race lead. Josh Orr's really shown a lot of strength in running stock cars here at SCSR. He's a newer driver. To my knowledge, he doesn't have his paint scheme in the car set yet. I'll be excited to see that get in there, but he's been doing a great job. We've really got some solid drivers, new drivers that have come in. Kevin Wegman comes in and competes right away. Of course, Josh Orr competing right away. Just some solid drivers there. I'm sure I'm missing some of the other nights of the week and so forth. Look at the 25 car here of Dan Chu running in the 10th spot. Dan is one lap down. Now he's got a pretty good incentive here to get by this next car in line, Lauren Stopworth, because that is the lucky dog spot. And when we get the competition caution, which is going to be fairly soon, you're going to want that lucky dog position. Car here up on this outside line, and again watching him, because he has really got to think about getting that lucky dog position. Now Lauren Stopworth is in the lucky dog position, and he's got every incentive to race as hard as he can to hold on to that, because once the competition caution flies, he gets a lucky dog and gets a lap back. Take a look at Phil Stocks here in the 3 car working on the 2. Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix. Now there's a couple guitar players right there. Phil Stocks moving forward here as he has now taken over the 4th spot. Now looks like he might be back to 6th, I should say. He took over 5th, now back to 6th is looks like Tom McKeever getting around him on the low side here in that Rush sponsored machine. Take a look at Lauren Stopworth again, who is in the lucky dog position right now. Actually, it looks like he's back on the lead lap. So that's good news for him and some of these other guys coming down pit lane that could not make it. So Tony Reiner on pit lane. So that 41 cars on pit lane. Some of these other guys have made pit stops now coming back out on track here. But our race leader is Josh Orr. Robillard coming off the track to make a pit stop here and slides that car.
Yellow.
We got a yellow flag. Yellow flag as the 27 car coming off track to pit and spun that car. So Josh Orr. And look at this, man. He's shut that car off so he can save gas. So he has stretched that bad boy there and shut that car off. He might end up having to get a push back to the pits. I think he might be able to, well, he's got another lap here, I think. So, yeah. Kind of interesting. Interesting little twist here. Let's see what happened here. It just looked like Todd had... see, it's a very challenging, man. When you come down onto that flat part, you're changing banking, and the thing is loose anyway, and he just slides that car around. Good news is for him is he just booted up the tires. He's going to get some new tires on it. Didn't get any sheet metal damage or anything to that machine. And Palumbo here out of fuel, getting a little bit of help. John Stanley here giving him a little bit of a shove. So looks like good work by John Stanley there to get Ed Palumbo back going there. Just a gentleman-like thing to do. So we got a yellow flag here, and we have got a lucky dog, and that lucky dog is Jair Oliveira. So the 17 is the lucky dog in that AC/DC sponsor machine.
Pit road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
Pit lane will be open this time by, so I would suggest to you it's probably going to be pretty busy. Our race leader Josh Orr coming down pit lane there. Good battle there coming off pit lane between the 3 and the 6. See, that camera angle is awful. But in their defense, these track makers, you know, I've started, I'll let the cat out of the bag here, but trying to work on converting a track over and hopefully eventually making tracks. And one thing I'm going to say is that putting the cameras, establishing where the cameras are on a track, and also putting the pit stalls in, putting the garage stalls in, that one's not as bad, but pit stalls and camera assignments just seems to be ridiculously, well, it's not really complex, it's just probably not the best way. It needs to be some sort of an outside program. Let's do it from 3ds Max, or do it from, you know, some, you know, Blender or something like that. Some outside programs. You see 17 car here coming down pit lane. So this is Jair Oliveira making pit stop here. See if we can't get a little bit better. See, this is a terrible place to put a camera. Hey, put it up on that thing right there. That's what it is for, isn't it? Turn around and look at that. Is that a camera tower right there? Where'd it go? Right there. What is that? That's a camera right there. Let's put it right there on that thing. See it? There's a guy there. What's he doing? Josh Orr is the race leader. Terry Killigrew second. Phil Stocks third. Tom McKeever is fourth. Dan Chu fifth. Jim Barasoff is sixth.
It'll be one to go this time, bud.
We're getting one to go. Lights are out on the pace car. Get back going to green. This is the last stint, so we've had our 2 segments, and now we've got our long stint here. Tonight's race brought to you by StockCarSimRacing.com. You want to do some stock car racing in rFactor 2, you can do it right here 4 nights of the week. This is Turn Left TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and we're getting ready to go back green, boys and girls. Josh Orr is the race leader. Terry Killigrew second. Phil Stocks third. Tom McKeever is fourth. Dan Chu shown in the 5th position.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Man, we saw Josh would have touched the apron on that last restart. This Jim Barasoff and Tom McKeever battling for position. Jim Barasoff up on the outside line. Tom McKeever down low there in that rush sponsor machine. Good battle there through the quad oval. I called that a tri-oval a little bit ago. Piss. 7 and a 6 battling side by side. Jim Barasoff up high there. Tom McKeever down low. Still battling for position here. Now it looks like Jim Barasoff's going to pull off that pass. Now starts to work on Phil Stocks. On board here with Jim Barasoff as he runs behind Phil Stocks. Barasoff in 4th. Todd Robillard here working on Kevin Wegman. Wegman now back to the 14th position as Todd Robillard moves up to 13th. Now Todd had that, little bit of a problem there spinning as he came down that pit lane. He ended up losing a lap, so now finds himself a lap down. Hoping to get into that lucky dog position so he can get back on the lead lap. Right now, Josh Orr is the race leader as Terry Killigrew runs in the 2nd position. Phil Stocks is 3rd. Jim Barasoff 4th. Tom McKeever. Dan Chu shown in the 6th position. Lauren Stopper 7th. Jair Loveda, Ed Palumbo, John Stanley round out the top 10. Look at Ed Palumbo here making a pass on Jair Oliveira. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Yellow flag. Let's see what happened here. This is following Lauren Stoppleworth. Martinez thinking about pitting, and there we go again. Oh my gosh! Spins that car around. He may be making a pit stop here. I'm not sure why he was pitting that early, but nonetheless, making a pit stop. So Josh Orr there takes the caution flag. So we'll take a look and see what happened here again. See, he's going to pit here, and he gets off the track right there, and that is a dangerous, dangerous time because you've got the right side of your car on the banking, the left side of your car is on the flat, and you're carrying a lot of speed. It's already loose, and you spin around. Take a look and see. We had a little bit of extracurricular here on the caution. Oh man, this 17 gets into the 41. Take a look here. It looked like 17 may just carry a ton of speed, and it gets. Oh man, it gets into the 41 car there. Oh, man. Get another look at this here, I think. Tony Reiner here, man. He's just closing up. He's going to get slammed right here. This is out of Ed Palumbo's view here. Watch the 17 car is going to come around. Oh, man, gets into that 41 car right there. And then Ed Palumbo, Johnny on the spot, getting by.
Pit road will be open this time for lead lap cars.
So those guys are all waiting on some guys to come by. We're getting some pit stops here happening. So making pit stops here is our race leader, Kevin Wegman. Hey, there's a way to get to pit lane. No, wait a minute. That's not the right way. I tried to do it another way, and it didn't work. Darn it. Take a look at the 17 car here, making getting some extended repairs done on that machine. Also, Dan Chu indicating he might have gotten some damage there too. So he's had an extended pit stop in the 25 car. Well, our race leader right now shown as John Stanley. I think he got the lucky dog, so I suggested he's probably going to be coming into here to make a pit stop.
Pit road will be open this time.
So we see John Stanley coming down pit lane. Also, it looks like Tony Reiner coming down pit lane as well. So our race leader is back to the one car, Josh Orr. Now he's got a couple cars in front of him. I'm guessing those guys are going to be wave around cars. Well, we got some hot off the presses, man. Hot off the presses. Are you ready? Mike Schreinerback said version 2 of the tires are looking and feeling pretty awesome, and some good testing coming with those in a month. So excited about that, man. As you can see, he and Joel Brown, if I'm not mistaken, are working on a new tire package. Working hard. I love that these guys can dive into the game there and tweak the game, get it running better, more realistic. So good news. Thanks so much to Mike Schreiner. All his work that he does, building tracks and tweaking the game and so forth. So Josh Orr is the race leader, and Jim Bearsoff in second. Phil Stock's third. Terry Kellegrew is fourth.
It'll be 1 to go this time by.
Well, it looks like Josh Orr has elected to go down to that low line again and start on the inside line, and that puts Jim Bearsoff up in the second position, up on the outside line. Phil Stock's third in that 3-car, and Terry Kellegrew is in the fourth position. Tom McKeever is going to start in the 5th spot. Dan Chu is 6th. So we're getting about halfway into this race, and I think things have been pretty clean here so far. We've just had a few caution flags other than the competition cautions. This is a challenging setup. Thing gets loose. You got to be patient with the car and choose your spots on when you're going to make a pass. So I'm excited, man. Thanks for joining us here on TurnLeft TV, and just thought I'd put up this little video so you can scare off the mice in your house. And then also, just in case Rihanna's, just happens to be watching this broadcast, I want to send a shout out to her. If you have nothing else going on and you like a teacher who doesn't make very much money as a sidekick, just let me know. I'm your man. You're like, who? Who's Rihanna?
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, here we go. Back to green is Josh Orr using that inside line here, a little bit of muscle. Just behind him, man, Phil Stocks and Jim Bearsoff racing for position. Looks like Phil Stocks is going to take over that spot. Jim Bearsoff now back to the 3rd spot. We're sort of slammed shut there for Terry Kellegrew, though. Terry Kellegrew still sniffing around on that low side. Good battle here, the 25 and the 6 battling for position. Dan Chu and Tom McKeever side by side. On board here with Dan Chu. Oh, man! We had a little bit of action there. Woo, boy. Somebody got sideways. Yeah, that bunched everything up here. We've got a parking lot of cars right now. Can't get a look and see what happened on that. Watch his action here. Jim Bearsoff up on the high line. Phil Stocks here in the 3. We might have to watch this a minute or so. Phil Stocks is running in the 3-car. Jim Bearsoff back there in the 3rd position in that 37. There was a little bit of contact between the two of them. Jim Bearsoff in that Doors-sponsored machine. Oh, man, he gets into the 3-car right there. Gets into the 3, the back of the 3-car right there, and gets him a little squirrely. That's what happened right there. Terry Kellegrew was on board to watch that whole thing, and he slips by, and he saw that Phil Stock did a great job of hanging on to that machine. John Stanley and Jair Oliveira. I was to say, just not those two. There's a gaggle of cars here. Like I said, this is a parking lot right now. These guys battling for position. Tony Reiner making contact with the wall there. Tony Reiner has smacked the wall in that 41 car. So he bounced that thing off the wall. Okay, watch, they're 3 wide right now. 3 wide. This ain't gonna last long. Tony Reiner on board here with him. He's running in the 12th position. And 34 machine, Stuart Fordy just below him, trying to vie for position. For the 12th spot, Stuart Fordy in the 34 trying to get by. Good battle there, back in that pack. John Stanley's in this mix. John Stanley's actually running in the 6th position here. He is just in a traffic jam right now. See Tony Reiner going by there just in front. He's in the 12th position. So we're on board here with the 6th place car. Just a gaggle of cars right now together. Up here in Calm Zone, out of the Hornet's Nest somewhat, is Terry Kelligrew making a pass on Phil Stocks. Stocks here saying that, man, that slide really did his tires in. Now the back of Terry Kelligrew's machine at Phil Stocks. Reiner there as well, and our pony again not on the same lap as these guys, but definitely in the zip code there as far as on the same lap, or racing for position on the track. Take a look at this 41 car running in 12th, just behind Phil Stocks, who is in the 4th position. Reiner here pushing a little hard on this 3 car. We saw him bounce this car off the wall a little bit earlier. Slows it back in on Terry Kelligrew. Look at Phil Stocks, his machine. Some battling going on behind. 25, Dan Chu running in the 5th position. 41 car wanting around in the worst way right now, it looks like. Dan Chu out of the gas there through the quad oval into turn 1. Take a little bit earlier here. Lawrence Stoppenworth making a pass on the 34 car. This is for the 13th spot as Lawrence Stoppenworth moves forward now. Stuart Fordy back to the 14th position. And look at the 16, Terry Kelligrew running in the 3rd spot. Things starting to fan out just a little bit here. Here's John Stanley battling with the 17 car. John Stanley. Oh, contact right there. 17. Getting together. What's that? I can't even tell the number of that car. What is that? 38 car. There we go. Oh, well, they're not in their normal paint schemes, man. They're normal numbers, man. It makes a little confusing for me. So a little contact there. Not a race for position. So actually, that was a race for position. Take a look at that pass again. this battle here. 17 down the low line there, and 38, John Stanley up on the high line. So this is Jair Oliveira and John Stanley battling for position, and they're going to get tight right there. Boom! Just a little kiss. No, that's AC/DC. That's not Kiss. There's nobody even driving the Kiss car tonight, man. How can you have a rock and roll race and not drive the Kiss car? I don't get it. John Stanley here trying to get back by the 17. Oh, he's in the grass. John Stanley's on grass. Bill Stocks here sort of gathering things back up after contact with Jim Barasoff, making a pass back on Jim Barasoff, moving up into third position. Jim Barasoff now back to fourth, going forward here with Phil Stocks. He now runs behind Terry Gallagher, who's in second. Oh, man. A yellow flag still up. God. Here we go. Oh. It's about 100 things they got to worry about. And that apparently isn't one of them. Or is one of them. Josh Orr is the race leader. A big race lead here with 155 laps under our belts. Here, Jair Oliveira has not sure, he might have come down pit lane here. He's losing a lot of spots. It does look like he might have made a pit stop. And that is the case with the 17 car here making a pit stop. Look at John Stanley here, who is running in the 8th position. Jair Oliveira indicating he might be coming back down pit lane. Oh my heavens, I hope he's not having to do it. No, so he's coming back down. So he was on pit lane, now coming back down pit lane. So interesting turn of events for Jair Oliveira. Take a look at Todd Robillard here in the 8th place car. He's had a pretty eventful night, to say the least. Josh Orr is out to a big race lead right now. He's got an 8-second lead over Terry Pellegrin. Todd Robillard running in the 8th position, down in that lower frame. Hey, if you're interested in contributing to the channel, you can click on the link down in the description of this race. Follow the Fanatic link there to their website. That helps us out a little bit. Get a little bit of, at least I track the clicks and so forth, whether that actually gives me anything. I haven't gotten that far yet, but definitely want to encourage you to click on that. And then also, please hit the thumbs up button on the channel there if you like what you're seeing. Josh Orr likes what he's seeing right now, and it is clear sailing for him so far. He's got an 8.5-second lead. See a little bit of a gaggle of cars right there. Todd Robillard's in, and he is battling for position with Ed Palumbo down on that lower frame. Todd Robillard taking over the 7th position. Ed Palumbo back to 8th. So Todd's moved up a couple positions here as of late, and now starting to close in on Tom McKeever up there. A little bit of room there by the 22 car. Stopward giving him a little bit of room, and Todd continuing to move forward here, trying to pick up some more positions. Remember, he was a lap down just before that. Well, I guess it would be on that last competition caution. He got caught a lap down, but has since recovered. Battle's not over here. Todd Robillard looking out of the back of his machine. You see Ed Palumbo in the 8th position, and Todd there looks like he might have gotten a little bit tight there, a little bit loose tight. As he had tried to catch that car, and that's allowed the 2 car to come in, back into the picture here, 27 and the 2. So again, this battle is for position. This is for the 7th spot here between Todd Robillard and Ed Palumbo. Tom McKeever and Dan Chu battling for position. This is for 5th. Tom McKeever working down on that low side. 25, Dan Chu up high there, and that's Steve Miller sponsored machine. Forky here in the 34 car, running in the 12th spot right now. Elvis sponsored machine. He's had a pretty eventful night as well. To maybe get a top 10 out of this. Starters on the pole here tonight. Todd Robillard here closing in on Dan Chu. This is 6th, 7th, and 8th we're looking at right here. Todd Robillard here trying to take over 6th, and he does. Dan Chu back to 7th, then going to go fall back to the 8th position as Ed Palumbo there working on the low line, and Ed Palumbo takes that position. Not a lot of fight there. Dan probably realized, hey, the tires are not great for me right now, so take over that spot. I think Dan Chu is pitting that car, and that's exactly what's happening here. We're seeing the 25 car here coming down pit lane. Stuart Forgy indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane this time by as well. So this is one you got to be really, really careful on. It seems to me that the guys that try to pit a little bit later around the apex of that turn are the ones that run into a little bit of trouble, because you're really turning more to the left, and while you're coming down off the banking of that track down onto the flat part, the apron, and it causes the car to break loose. And you saw what Stewart did. Stewart actually started his pit stop a little bit early there as far as his exit off of the track, so did not seem like he had any problems there, because he's not also cranking that wheel to the left and then changing the banking, transitioning from the banking to the flat. Well, that's my theory. Josh Orr is the race leader here, and Terry Kelligrew is second. Now, Terry Kelligrew has been able to chip in a little bit to that race lead, but he's still 7.5 seconds down in that 16 car. But we've seen Terry Kelligrew late in the run have a really, really strong car, so it'll be interesting to see how adjustments have fared for him and the rest of the drivers as this run wears on. look at Phil Stocks here in the 3 car. He is running in the 3rd position right now. That Eric Clapton sponsored machine. So at this time, Phil Stocks is about 10.5 seconds off the race lead. And I think we got a little bit of a battle here behind, and that is Ed Palumbo, Kevin Wegman battling for position. Actually, that is Tony Reiner up there battling Ed Palumbo. Tony Reiner here 1 lap down, and Ed Palumbo is having a little bit of a battle there with Tony Reiner, and Tony Reiner in 8th. This battle here, this is Todd Robillard right now running, well, it looks like Stuart Forgy was is a few laps down there, but has on fresher tires getting by. Josh Orr here now dealing with some of these guys that have come down pit lane and on fresher tires, trying to get some positions back or laps back on the lead lap. Josh Orr here stretching it. Todd Robillard indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane here, so Tony Reiner pitting as well. Tony Reiner here coming off the track to come down pit lane. You see Todd Robillard coming down pit lane as well. Josh Orr staying out here a little bit. See if he can stretch it. 179 laps in. Terry Kelladrew coming down pit lane here. So remember, he was running in the 2nd position. He gives up that position to come down a little bit early here and take fuel and tires. Phil Stocks running in the 2nd position now, indicating he's going to be pitting this time by as well. So the 1 car, our race leader, Josh Orr, is making a pit stop here, and that hands over the lead to Tom McKeever. He's indicating he's going to be making a pit stop as well. So Tom McKeever coming off the track. You see how gingerly he is at making that pit stop there, coming off the track. Just want to make sure that no problems. Tom McKeever here making pit stop on lap 181, starting lap 182. Guess we're starting lap 181, sorry about that. See Tom McKeever finishing up his pit stop and coming back out on track. Now shown in the 8th position Dan Chu and Terry Kelligrew battling for position here. Terry Kelligrew taking over the second spot. Dan Chu back to third. Terry Kelligrew shown about 5.5 seconds back. So really, after that cycle of pit stops there, it looks like Terry Kelligrew has gained a couple seconds on our race leader. So he was about 7.5 seconds down when pit stop started, and now he's shown 5.5 seconds down. So appears to be a good set of pit stops there for him, a good pit stop for him. And you see that battle there on the low frame. Tom McKeever, Ed Palumbo battling for the 8th position. So we are 184 laps in. Josh Orr is the race leader. Terry Kelligrew shown in second. Take a look at Tony Reiner here, our 12th place car. Closing in on John Stanley right now. Ooh, man, that got a little tight right there. John Stanley and the 41 of Tony Reiner. Lawrence Stopperworth coming down pit lane here on lap 186. Take a look at Phil Stocks there, running in the 5th position. Just does not seem to have recovered fully from that contact a little bit with Jim Barasoff on that last restart. There was a little contact there, and just has not been able to, at least from my perspective, seem to be the same car. John Stanley and Todd Robillard here battling for the 6th spot. Looks like Todd Robillard here going to gain that spot. John Stanley back to the 7th position. Couple battles here watching. John Stanley has given up that position to Todd Robillard here, but we got another one here. Tom McKeever and Ed Palumbo here battling for position. This is for the 8th spot. Tom McKeever in 8th, and Ed Palumbo just behind him in the 9th position. Well, don't forget, coming up on Wednesday, we got a big one for you. The Ironman Racing Series, Texas Motor Speedway. Race number 2 in that 2nd season of 2019. 107 laps from Texas, and it starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, live right here on TurnLeft TV on April the 4th. Tom McKeever there going by John Stanley. John Stanley, Ed Palumbo now battling for position. On board here with Tom McKeever. We're looking out of the back of his machine as Ed Palumbo makes that pass, moves up to the 8th position. John Stanley back to 9th. Back here to our race leader, Josh Orr, that one car. Alice Cooper sponsored machine. On board here with Ed Palumbo in that lower frame, watching this battle. Now these guys are just about to go a lap down. So you're looking out of the front of Ed Palumbo's car, but just behind him is the race leader. You see Josh Orr does get around Ed Palumbo, so you see Josh Orr going by there. Now trying to put Tom McKeever a lap down. You know you got a strong car when you're putting Ed Palumbo and Tom McKeever both a lap down. You got a very strong car underneath you. So Josh Orr now lapping places 7th and 8th, closing in on 6th. So we're on board here on that lower frame with Ed Palumbo as he works on the back of Tom McKeever. So good battle is going on there. Well, right now, Josh Orr is ready to lap another one, and it is Todd Robillard. Oh man, you see that? A little wiggly there coming off the turn. A little wiggly. This thing looks like it's a little loose right now. It is loose as a goose. Watch him working this wheel here. We'll go on board here again with him. Watch him as he comes through the turn working this wheel. This 3 and 4 might be a little bit different than 1 and 2 was, but yeah, you see a little counter steering there. A bit more counter steering. He's hugging that line a little bit more right there. The car's wanting to come around a few times through the turn. We'll watch this turns 1 and 2 on board with our race leader. See, man, he is really tweaking around on that wheel right now. That one was not too bad, given what I saw him do it before. Well, the next car to lap for the 1 car is Jim Barasoff in 5th place. As now Josh Orr has made mincemeat of everybody but 4 cars here so far. 3 cars. I should say 4 cars. Jim Barasoff, Dan Chu, Phil Stocks, Terry Kellegrew, all still on the lead lap with Josh Orr. Phil Stocks and the 25 car, Dan Chu, battling for position. Phil Stocks takes over that spot. Dan Chu back to the 4th spot. Tom McKeever here and Todd Robillard battling for position. Tom McKeever in the 6th car, going to pull off that pass. Take a look at Tom McKeever's machine there. Good looking paint scheme for Tom McKeever. Dan Chu here coming down pit lane. So Dan Chu needing to make some changes on that car. Finds himself in the 8th position right now. Remember, Josh Orr, he really waited a long time before he pitted this machine. So I would expect him to probably be one of the last cars to make a pit stop here. Look at Kevin Wegman running in at 43 Wasp machine. I so much enjoy that. I got a lot of, like I said, Jimi Hendrix is probably my favorite artist, but I remember when Don was making this car set, and I said, hey man, throw the Wasp car in there. That was last year. I wasn't even going to run in the race. I just wanted to see the Wasp car in there, but it's cool that somebody actually chose that. not too many people even know who that is. So kudos to Kevin Wegman, K-Weg, on choosing a good car. Tony Reiner here in the 41, Black Sabbath sponsor machine. Right now running in the 10th position. It's a little pass here between the Ed Palumbo car, the 2 Jimi Hendrix sponsor machine, and I'm not even sure what that number is. Todd Robilar's machine. CZ Top, was it like 23 or something? I don't know the car numbers of these guys here in these different paint schemes. 27, there we go, 27. It's not easy to see when those numbers are blending in with the paint. You can look at the Jair Oliveira 17 car. Easy to see that number. Hit by Tony Reiner there on the track. Now that's not a pass for position, but just a position on the track itself. Josh Orr out to a big race lead. He's got a 12-second lead over Terry Gallagher. Whatever adjustments he needed to make on this car, he has made them, and they've worked out for him. Really shown here in the back half of this race, just muscle that the other guys don't seem to have here tonight, relatively speaking. Take a look at the 6 car, Tom McKeever, moving up to the 4th position, getting by Jim Barasoff. So Jim Barasoff back to the 4th spot. And he's got Ed Palumbo working on the back of him right now. On board here is Ed Palumbo. Oh, I mean, I didn't even get the camera around there as Ed Palumbo zips by. Jimi Hendrix reference there. Can you see me? Barasoff said, no, man. Didn't see you. Too fast. Take a look at Dan Chu after making pit stop here, shown in the 9th position. That Steve Miller sponsor machine led some laps here tonight. Still got a while to go. Might be able to get that car back out up front. Todd Robillard here working on Jim Barasoff now as well. So ZZ Top versus the Doors. 27 car gets by 37. Look at John Stanley. How about the move that John Stanley did a little while ago and giving Ed Palumbo a push to the pit lane when he ran out of gas. So kudos to John Stanley, one of the nicest guys we got out there on the track. So very gentlemanlike move. Take a look at Tony Reiner here off the racing groove down onto the flat part, coming back out on track. Barasoff here on pit lane, taking service here. I'm guessing that we're probably going to see some pit stops here coming up pretty soon. Now, we've had a few early pitters, but I'd suggest to you that we're probably going to get some more, and there's a little battle right there. Ed Palumbo, Todd Robillard battling for position to see Ed Palumbo in this Jimi Hendrix sponsored machine. Then just behind him, Todd Robillard. Where's that camera angle I want? There it is. 15 clicks in. So right now, Ed Palumbo running in the 5th position. Todd Robillard just behind him in 6th. Now you see Todd Robillard really dripping that car up to the north side. Up there in the marbles. That car seems to be a little tight for him right now. See a lot of throttle control right there, and he's really not working that wheel too much. Just a lot of throttle control, taking it pretty easy. And you notice how stable that is. Now, yeah, you see that's a tight condition right there. He's drifting all the way up there to that high side. He's got a little bit of a tight race car. Oh man, he might have gotten into the wall right there as we were. Might have gotten into the wall. It's this 41 car here going by. We'll jump back here to him. Oh, and he's smacking the wall again right there. See, that's always a worry, man, when you're tight and then you're letting somebody go, that you drift that car up into the wall, and that's exactly what happened there. He didn't make a lot of contact with the wall, but Todd Robillard definitely smacked the wall there. Take a look at the 25 car here. Dan Chu running in the 8th position. Take a look at how he's working inside this car, how much he's having to work that wheel. Not too bad, really. Pretty smooth for him. Might be on a little bit fresher tires too, but looks pretty smooth. See him diving into the turn there. A little bit of throttle control, but nothing really so much on the wheel, so pretty stable, at least here early on after making a pit stop. Josh Orr here. Running in the first position. Take a look at Terry Kelligrew here running in second. Now Terry is 8 seconds down. We're going 267 laps here tonight, so there's a fair bit of racing left to go. So he has had a good race here so far. So he's moved up in the front, won the first segment. Started there near toward the back. Tom McCaver here coming down pit lane. Here on lap 221. Josh Orr continuing to lead the field. You see how much he's working this wheel. Now, they say loose is fast, and if that's fact true, he's definitely fast, and he's 8 seconds ahead of second place, so I guess so. Alice Cooper sponsored machine. TK, Terry Kelligrew coming down pit lane here, giving up the second position here on lap 223. So it's interesting to see throughout the course of this race, guys using different pit strategies, and we're seeing Josh Orr here coming down pit lane as well. So our race leader coming off track to come down pit lane. Probably seems like you're going at a snail's pace here. So those guys zip it by. Terry Kelligrew coming back out on track. Josh Orr is the race leader. makes his pit stop. A little bit of a busy pit lane here for him, as 43 cars there with him as well. Oh, that car's wanting to slide around right there, boys. Wanting to slide around. Dangerous coming off pit lane like that, carrying a lot of speed there around the flat part of that track, so you got to be real careful. I've always leaned really pit entry and pit exit to be, I'm willing to give up a little bit of time to just keep my car from coming around and bringing out a caution flag. So the race leader right now, Josh Orr, is that who the race leader is? No, it's Ed Palumbo right there, Ed Palumbo. Got so used to saying Josh Orr is the race leader. 37 car there going by. So Ed Palumbo, our race leader. It helps out a little bit there, him making pit stops. So we got a couple guys back on the lead lap here. Phil Stock back on the lead lap in that number 3 car. So Ed Palumbo is the race leader right now. I think I hear him singing Crosstown Traffic on the radio. At least that's what I thought it was. I have to say that's one of my favorite Hendrix songs too. That'd definitely be in my top 5. Well, I'm working with music is that, you know what I really get into for a while, and then, man, I'll just not be into it later in life, or I'll go through stages of when I'm really into that particular artist. Except for country. Can't do it. And Palumbo indicating he's going to be coming into the pits here as you saw Josh Orr go by and take over the race lead. So Ed Palumbo now going to make a pit stop. Here on lap 229. Race leader now again is Josh Orr. Now 1 car. Alice Cooper sponsored machine. See Ed Palumbo pitting in the Electric Ladyland box. Just realized that probably wasn't the best thing to say afterwards. So 231 laps in, and Josh Orr is the race leader. Terry Kelledrew shown in the 2nd position. See Ed Palumbo here coming back out. It looked like Tony Reiner here making a pit stop just about that same time, and almost in contact right there. It is Josh Orr here getting around 37. And 2 also in that mix as well. That's for 4th and 5th right there. So Josh Orr putting some more guys a lap down. Here's the 37 car. Jim Barasoff. Look at the 17 car here. Jair Oliveira. Now running in the 13th spot. Up high here, letting our race leader go by. Take a look at the 37 car. A little bit of battle there for him, but Wegman gets, the one car, Josh Moore gets by. It was a little bit earlier there. Take a look at Kevin Wegman here, running in the 10th position. Got the Blackie Lawless Wasp paint scheme. Dan Chu indicating he's going to be making a pit stop here. So the 25 car coming back down pit lane. I guess this might be the last pit stop here. If not, we've got one more after that. Things have been pretty clean here late. Ooh, he's making a little bit of a black mark there on the entry into pit lane. So interesting amount of speed for him. See Clearwater Revival John Stanley coming down pit lane. There's a 25 car on pit lane. Dan Chu coming back out after making his pit stop. Tom McKeever here. Oh, I'll tell you what, I think Todd Robillard may have smacked the wall right there. Take a look at this again here. Look just behind and watch that red car there, reddish orange. I'm colorblind. One or the other. As we're following Tom McKeever. Pick up a position. Back here looking at Dan Chu as he re-enters the track. He is right now running in the 9th spot. Going by here, trying to get by the race leader here to get a lap back. Looks like he's going to be able to do so. Todd Robillard hearing some chatter on the radio from him, complaining to his pit crew that this car is tight. He's having some trouble hanging on to this thing. Take a look at Lauren Stoppelwood, the 22 car. Here running in the 11th position. Lauren about 3 laps down in the 11th spot right now. So here 244 laps in. Josh Orr, the race leader. Terry Telugu is second. Phil Stocks third. Those 3 guys are on the lead lap. Tom McKeever is in the lucky dog position, 1 lap down. Colombo, Todd Robillard, Kevin Wegman, Dan Chu, John Stanley, and Jim Barasoff round out the top 10. Jim Beresov's made a pit stop here. And coming back out on track. So he is shown in the 10th position, 3 laps down. Ain't anybody got anything for this guy right now. He's got a 9.5 second lead over Terry Kellegrew. But don't forget, coming up on Monday, IndyCar Brazil NASCAR Total will be in action in the Monster Cup 2019 Series season race number 9 from Sonoma. And that'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV. 50 laps from that road course in California. IndyCar Brazil NASCAR Total. And then the very next night, these guys will be out at Spa-Francorchamps at race number 5 of the DTM 2019 season. 40-minute race there from that famous Belgium track. Should be great, man. I've enjoyed that. That's going to be live on TurnLeft TV on Tuesday, 9 p.m. Very much enjoyed broadcasting both of those races for those guys. And I'll be honest with you, man, I love the stock cars, but I really have enjoyed broadcasting those DTM cars, the road course stuff. I've greatly enjoyed that. It's a different deal. I mean, there are no full course cautions, you know, so you get a little bit of a situation there with sector cautions. Mandatory pit stop. Another interesting mix to that. Coming up on Wednesday, we'll be at Texas Motor Speedway, race number 2 in the Ironman Racing Series. 107 laps there, live right here on TurnLeft TV, April the 4th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Always an interesting series to watch. With the tire rule, it adds so much mix to that when guys are different strategies. Well, look who's back, man. Mike Schreiner's back. He said, how many laps are left? On like 700 laps or something? I don't know. I think we're supposed to go 267 here tonight, so winding her down. Less than 20 laps to go. And Josh Orr is picking him up, putting him down. And a 10-second lead over our second place car, Terry Kellegrew. This guy's had a solid night here as far as pit stops are concerned. He has a loose race car, but man, he has been able to manage that like nobody else. So watch this, man. You see him working his wheel. You can tell this thing is loose coming through the turn, but he's constantly on that wheel, tweaking the position of that car to keep the thing from coming around. But man, he is fast. A bit more stable there, but a little bit of loose condition about 2/3 of the way in that turn. Loose is fast, and he is definitely fast. There's 10 seconds lead over Terry Kellegrew. Phil Stocks, haven't checked on him in a while. He is running in the 3rd position. Last car on the lead lap at Eric Clapton sponsored machine. Jim Beresov and John Stanley battling for position here late in the run. Jim Beresov up on it. Oh, man, he smacks the wall right there. Jim Beresov came off the turn and smacked that wall. He is going to have some damage to the right side of that machine. That thing got away from him in a hurry right there. We'll take a look at this again. Watch as he just runs out of room. Oh, man, hard lick there coming off turn 4. News for him as he didn't get into John Stanley there. Take a look at Tom McKeever, our 4th place machine. Ed Palumbo indicating he might have made some contact with the wall as well. Go back here and look at it, see if we can't get a look at this. Maybe. Don't worry, we'll be there. Sometime. Wow. Not the right button to hit. Oops. He's right. Oops is right. I'm gonna hit that button. Holy Toledo. Well, I wanted to get Ed Palumbo smacking the wall, but somebody somewhere didn't want me to see that. So we're just going to have to trust that he's telling me the truth. Well, I got news for you. The 1 car is getting ready to lap the 3rd place car. Get that look back there. Yeah, see, I lost my replay. Don't like that. Did it again. Tisk tisk. Sometimes I can do that and it'd be just fine. Other times, apparently not. Live and learn. See our race leader coming around, get an idea of where the other cars are on the track relative to him. Run over by the race leader. Yeah, Mike, what I did was hit that R button for like the manual to go back to replay, and sometimes when it doesn't show up on my little readout, then I can do it that way, and there's on occasion a little bit of a hitch there. It locks it up for just a second. It's never locked it up for that long, but anyway, it is what it is. It's not perfect. Work in progress. Josh Orr is, I'll tell you what, man, the lead is diminished. Now, I don't think with, his being 263 laps in here, that we're really talking about enough time for Terry Kelleher to be able to run him down here, but nonetheless, be remiss if I didn't mention that Terry Kelleher has closed in about 7 seconds for the race leader here, so a little less than 7 seconds now. I just think that may be a pretty good cushion here for him, and I think the car is loose, man. I'm seeing the back end of this car starting to get a little squirrely here. You just watch Josh Orr. And he's got a fair bit of lap traffic. So you see he's wiggling that car around just a little bit. Oh man, that car just that was wrecked right there, wasn't it? That thing was wrecked. And that car is crazy loose right now. 265 laps in, and he's given up some time here And I'll tell you, this thing can get out of hand here in a hurry because that car, I'm telling you, is loose. Crazy loose right now. And he's got 2 laps to go. So my question is, can the one hang on? The thing is wanting to spin out on him. To go on board here with him. This thing was just wrecked about a lap and a half ago. And look at this, man. It seems like it's a little tight right there, but then it just kicks back loose. So he's keeps tweaking on that wheel. I'm telling you, this thing is crazy loose right now. He's got 1 lap to go. Down to 5.5 seconds. I think he's going to be okay, but man, Josh Orr there. Hanging on. He's got a half a lap to go. 2 turns. So Josh Orr takes the race win here in the Rock and Roll 400. Hangs on for a big race win. We get another little hitch right there. There you go. Oh, that would have been too bad. So great job to Josh Orr and getting a big race win. So good burnout there for him. There we go. There's a little bit better centered one right there for a good screenshot for the Alice Cooper sponsored machine. Josh Orr making a big burnout for a big race win here in the Rock and Roll 400. So we'll see if we can't get Josh up here in the booth with us. All right, Josh Ord coming up here to the booth with us after winning a big one. So congratulations, man. You beat up on him.
Yeah, it went pretty well.
Well, it looked like, I jumped in your car a few times throughout the course of the race, and it looked like you were really loose fighting the wheel through the turn, but it must have just been, felt pretty good for you because you almost lapped the whole field.
Felt good at the start of the stint, but near the end there it got really loose and Terry was starting to catch me up a bit. But luckily the pace I had in the first half was enough to hold him off.
Yeah, it looked like restarts were a little dicey for guys on cold tires. Talk a little bit about how you felt with that car here at, or the setup I should say, here at Texas.
I was using one Josh Mills set last night, and it's quick, but it's twitchy and it's loose. So yeah, the restarts were a bit hectic.
And what made you choose the Alice Cooper scheme tonight?
Someone else was already using the AC/DC car.
Gotcha. Well, I guess Alice Cooper can finish. He finishes first tonight, but second in your heart, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, talk a little bit about how you got into sim racing, what brought you here to SCSR, and have you been racing rFactor 2 for a while? Because you've jumped in and been a contributor, a competitor up to the front of the pack right away.
I've been using RF2 almost since it came out, but I hadn't done much stock car stuff. And I was watching the real Daytona this year, and I thought, well, it looks pretty cool. Give that a go.
Awesome. You do, what do you do, the Super V8s there as well?
I'm not a big fan of the V8s, actually.
Okay. Yeah, what's your passion there as far as what kind of racing you do?
Mostly GT3s, tin tops.
Awesome. Well, hey, congratulations, man. Good race win for you, and hopefully you stay around and compete some more here at SCSR. Good to have you to the as a part of the family, and here's to more race wins for you.
Thank you very much.
All right, Josh Order there joining us up here in the broadcast booth. Big race win here for him in the Rock and Roll 400. And Mike Schreiner liked the burnout. He was sending his kudos. Said, catch you on the flip side, but he said, nice burnout. And then, he had to point out that his pick beat my pick. Okay. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I'm willing to take the lumps on that one. We had a good night here as Terry Kellegrew finished in the second position. He had a strong car, won stage one. Phil Stocks finishes in the third position. Tom McKeever fourth. Ed Palumbo finishes fifth. You see Todd Robillard, Kevin Wegman, Dan Chu, Jim Barasoff, and John Stanley rounding out the top 10. So really, once we went back to the last segment there, things really sort of settled down, so to speak. We had a little bit of an issue there early on. And, guys had a chance to tweak their cars, work on their race cars a little bit, and get it sort of dialed in to given the track conditions. And they get used to what they're driving to, or they get used to the way this track handles as well. So good job there overall in this race here at Texas. Well, don't forget, coming up on Monday, we'll be at Sonoma Raceway with the IndyCar Brazil NASCAR Total Boys. 50 laps there, race number 9 in their Monster Cup 2019 season. Should be a great one. It's going to be live right here on TurnLeft TV. That's starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on April the 1st. And then the very next night, April the 2nd on Tuesday, we'll be out here at Spa in the DTM 2019 Series, race number 5, a 40-minute race from Spa in the DTM cars. Racing starts at 9 p.m. on April the 2nd, live right here on TurnLeft TV. And then we've got a big one for you on Wednesday, Texas Motor Speedway in the Ironman Racing Series, race number 2 for them in their 2019 Season B. So 107 laps from Texas coming up on April the 4th. Ed Palomo joining us in there in chat and says, hey, great broadcast, man. Thanks a lot, man. You've always been a supporter of mine and supporter of what I've got going on here at TurnLeft TV. So I greatly appreciate your friendship over the years, and you know, here's to many, many more years of friendship as well. Thanks to all you guys for coming out to the YouTube channel and gals coming out to the YouTube channel and checking it out. I just greatly appreciate your support and continuing to come out and watch the videos. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and if you'd like, you can also send a donation there. Please donate by hitting the button on the banner, sending a donation through PayPal. But really just looking for a thumbs up. Continue to come by and watch the videos. Hit the subscribe button, share them, whatever you want to do there. Any contribution is greatly appreciated. Well, congratulations to Josh Orr in winning the 2019 Rock and Roll 400. What a great run he had here from Texas Motor Speedway. Just really that second, or that full stint there, just ran away from the field. Did a great job. This is TurnLeft TV. It's been my pleasure to bring you this race from the Rock and Roll 400. StockCarSimRacing.com. This race is brought to you by SCSR. StockCarSimRacing.com. Get some guys coming in from GT3 Racing. I know some guys did come in from the GT3 cars, I should say, the DTM cars as well. Some guys doing some crossover there as well. Thiago Franza, for example, coming in. So I greatly appreciate all those guys coming into SCSR and giving this a shot here in the stock cars as well. Always love to have a different mix of drivers in. Well, that's going to do it for me. I'm out of here, boys and girls. Thanks so much. You guys have a good one.